Hi, my name's Sophia. Welcome to this tarot love reading. So what I'm getting is a go get it energy. So that could pertain to your person. That could be work. That could be what you want to do. You're watching me. You're generally connected with the wands. You know, the cosmic. The wands are the on top of the tree of life, connected to the macro, which is the cosmic, and wands are action, wisdom, wise action, that kind of thing. And I feel, which I said to mission people, that when it comes to stuff in life, other spiritual people will say focus on the positive. Now, I get that. I'm not saying don't focus on the positive, but generally, you know, it's not a bad thing to focus on the negative. Like, what will you lose? Or what will you be like in 10 years? Or will this be the same situation? Focusing on the negative is not a bad. This planet has two polarities, negative and positive. So focusing on things like, oh, fuck off my twin flame, they're no good, right, for me, but you haven't really done to the maximum to go and get your person, which actually isn't getting them. But then it's like, focus on, if I don't go and work towards what I need to do to get my person, which includes mission, let's just put it that way, then what will happen? Because most people are like, oh, fuck this, I'm not going to bother to do that. Well, I'm about, well, if you don't go and do that, then what? Right? You're like, I'm just going to go and get someone else. Well, where are you going to go and get someone else? How are you going to get someone else? Are you going to feel the same as you get someone else, starting all over again? This is about focusing on the negatives. I'm just going to say it like that. But that's what I suggest to people on mission. You know, like, I'm not saying that they want to leave, but when they're mission, I'm like, think of the alternative. To join mission, it's no contract. You can come and go as you like. But I'm always on their case, pushing them, telling them what to do, giving them advice, helping them with inner work, helping them with their channel and stuff like that. I'm like, you tell me someone else that does that, right? Focus on what will happen if you leave. You'll just be another tarot reader, right? So I'm not, you know, I'm not saying, I'm just giving an example here. If mission people want to leave, it's their choice. There's no contract. I don't want no contract. I don't want people working with us who don't want to be here. That's the intention of the contract, right? No contract. But so this is about going and get what you want and seeing it, once again, a 180 with a hangman from a different perspective. Instead of just, oh, I'll wait and see. You might lose them if you wait and see, right? You might not get that job if you just wait and see. If you take proper actions to go and get what you really want, that's what this planet is about. So let's shuffle. Let's see what's going on here. We have email support, we have WhatsApp group, and we have Gmails. Gmail is the one-to-one if you know, want a private chat. WhatsApp is more about, I think you can see others. Check out the description box. If you're that interested, you would go and find out for yourself, in case I'm getting it wrong, because I don't actually use WhatsApp. So I apologize, Dee, because Dee runs the WhatsApp group. I'm always getting it wrong when I'm talking about the information. So just email her if you're a WhatsApp person. But if you're in a WhatsApp and you like the WhatsApp group, but you want one-to-one support, Dee can give you one-to-one support, but you still have to pay the same as the Gmail. It's £10 a month. It's fuck all, right? Nothing. All right, so let's jump in. So yes, once again, I'm getting that energy. Go. It's like go get it. You go get your person go get you. It's both, I think. Yeah, temperance. I saw that. Why was that here? Let me see. Okay. Temperance, 6 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Let me figure that out. The Temperance is about being two-faced. This is like having an argument with your person and saying, fuck it, I don't want to be with you, right? Temper, balance out your temper and being two-faced. Yes, you do want to be with your person, right? This is also not just the argument. I said that first because temperance, but this is like, nah, they're not going to come towards me, or nah, it's really hard work to go get my person, or now I can't do mission right now, or now I can't afford to do counseling. This is bullshit excuses. This is excuses why you have these burdens, right? But you have the burdens because you make excuses, and that's the delay. You have to create balance. It's like, I've been, and I say that I've had counseling before, and I have counseling again. I had counseling before about the abuse in my life when I was growing up as a child, and now I have counseling because my daughter's situation, where she's not here, it's too close to me, and I know that. So I've booked someone else who can see and give me advice of what to do. Now, I don't want to pay the cost of that, right? I don't want to pay a cost of something that's fucking negative. Like I said, you have to confront the negative. But I do it to create balance in my life with the temperance card, right? So I'm not always angry with situations such as my daughter's, right? And that's what this is. This is not lying to myself. If anything pisses you off, it shouldn't. Nothing in this world should really piss you off. You get agitated, but then you can calm down and see how it is really, right? If you're still pissed off with anything that's happened in your life, then there's work to be done. You need to have some kind of counseling. You don't have to book us or book me. It's up to you. But I'm just saying, my counseling tool is 100% money back guarantee it works, right? Why would you book something if they can't even guarantee their work? Then they're not really confident in it. That's what I would say. Temperance of the Six of Cups is like, this is about, yeah, stop bullshitting yourself with delusional excuses of why you can't do it. This universe is like, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. Whatever you say it is, it is. Personally, I think about, if you haven't got stuff in life, or you're unhappy with something in your life, it's down to you, right? It's down to you. Like, if you've got a really nice car and you like the car, but you're bitching your skin, well, the car might be too expensive, might be a sports car, might be high on petrol, high to maintain, higher insurance. So you have to sacrifice something. I feel there's a sacrifice because I'm getting the hangman energy again. But you're like, nah, I'll just bitch about it. It's kind of the energy of yesterday. I'll just bitch about it instead. With the temperance, it's about balancing out yourself, harmonizing yourself. And this is part of, and it's to do with your past, and as well with the Six of Cups is past life. It's like, when my daughter was taken away and I went to court, I felt like court was out of control, out of my control, right? And that's why I have issues with the legal system, man-made laws, because natural laws is fair. Like gravity will kill everybody who jumps off. It's fair. Man-made laws makes man-made restrictions on people for, I don't even know where they get it from. And why I'm saying that is that when I went to court, it was 80 to 85% of people who have the child gets the full say of what to do with their child, regardless if they smoke drugs, are narcissistic, are really bad, or whatever, right? The law of the book, the law of the land, whatever you want to call it, says the person who they will brought up with, right, knows best for that child. That's not right, right? And I totally understand why men always fighting the system about with their kids. Why I'm saying that is because I felt stuck. It started to create anxiety within me, and like I would feel stuck about like going on an aeroplane or traveling, and what's that word when claustrophobic, right? Hence, I had this guy, right? And I told him about it. And he done the dots of, Well, it's because I felt trapped because of, I'm I'm her mother, and they didn't want to hear whatever I said. It was just written in this book that the dad knew best. So I felt trapped when I was in court. Hence, like, I nearly died because I couldn't get anywhere. So when you feel trapped, like, you feel like you're going to die. So my point is that with this is like you're building up and you're festering with inside of you that you don't want something or using an excuse of something, right? But you really do. You're being two-faced. You really do. So you need some kind of counselling to balance that out. And that's why I've had counselling for months, because of now I've realised the dots of why I was feeling this claustrophobic because of the court, and then I released that, and now I'm not so angry about the situation anymore with my daughter, right? It is what it is. And that's when I talk about transmutation of energy, that's transmutation of energy, literally what I'm doing there. It's transferring a shitty situation into a better. What a poor person, or what you would think, is like, no, I must go to court and keep going to court until I get my daughter. It's not always about that. Sometimes there's situations, divine, that is not supposed to be at this particular time, right? And it doesn't mean you just moan and bitch and get into a depressed state and stuff like that. It means find a way of dealing with it. So there might be a situation that you're feeling stuck here, particularly with an argument with your twin flame, and you don't know how to move forward. And there's a burden, right? But this burden, it's the 10, it needs to be dropped. Like I've given my child's situation. You need to understand how to alleviate that situation, if that's the right word. I don't know if I said that correctly. The bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, 5 of Wands. The Knight of Wands is thinking too quickly. Like, you will say, I can't get into mission. I can't afford counselling. You're thinking too quickly. You're not really, like I said, balancing out your situation about, well, actually, I do need that. And it's like your person. They think too quickly. This is thinking and not going into the heart space. They think too quickly, well, this is what's best, what I do. But when you pull back and you evaluate, like I said, at the initial energy, what will you lose? What will you lose? And that's what this is about. What are you going to lose, right? Not in the sense of what have you got to lose, so you might as well go for it. This is about, if you don't go for working on yourself, you're just going to keep festering, be angry with life. You're going to be still carrying burdens, blaming your person, that kind of thing, right? You're going to lose your mind. There's two minds here. This is to do with mental health, thinking, overthinking, thinking correctly as well. Thinking too quick. This is thinking too quickly. Like I said, an argument may be here. You're like, fuck off. I don't want nothing to do with you. Something like that. And it's like, come on now. Realistically, they are you, two souls in one body, temperance, right? And it's about tempering that down. Okay, this didn't work. What can I do next? That's what it comes down to. There was someone in mission, I can't remember her name, and she was really good. Most people come into mission, has amazing gifts and stuff, but she didn't want to do tarot reading, which is the advert for you then to do counseling and stuff. She didn't want to do it. And even though her gifts is brilliant, I'm not here to say, well, your gift is better than everyone else. Everyone in mission, everyone here weren't equal, right? It's just a choice of what you do to be better at something. So this woman, I said, you have to do it. And she said she didn't want to do it, so she left. But when she did leave, she was the one who advised me to go to this herbal guy with counseling. And that's what this is. This is taking the negative and changing it into a positive. She left. She refused to see that she had to do some form of advertising to get customers. Just wanted that on my shoulders. And I said, no, everyone will want me to just advertise. I'm so sick of that situation. No, I'm not going to do it. So that was a negative. So she left. But I still didn't think, oh, fuck you. She's an idiot. I'm not going to go with this counselling guy she advised because she done this herbal guy. And look, I don't even know if she still knows I'm still with this person, still doing counselling with this herbal guy, right? I still have his medicines and stuff like that. And that's what this is. It doesn't mean everything is negative. It's taking a positive from a negative situation and seeing what else you can do about what you really want. I knew I needed counselling, and it didn't matter if it was a shitty situation. I took her advice to book this person, and there we are. It was brilliant. And that's what this is. It's like stuff might be shit at the moment. You might not be talking, or there's an argument, or there's something that your person is thinking too quickly about, right? Which is two-faced to you in your situation, which is burdens and stuff like that, burdensome. And it might be your person just quickly brushing off about other people's interference and stuff like that with these cards here. But it's like when you pull back and you work on yourself and you do your own stuff, you just get on and focus on you. As I'm always saying, it's as within, so without. The Emperor seems to me that once you understand this is how it is divinely, this path now is about fighting for what you want. I keep saying this year, I don't know if there's a portal going on at the moment. I think Sheetal and Andrea might know about that. Well, most people know about portals in mission. I just really don't keep up with the astrology. I just listen to them. There might be some kind of portal at the moment going on, because it's like there's a massive change with the contract at the moment. It's not changing. What is it then? Something, a change that is connected with the contract. I had to reword it. It's not changing the contract. The contract remains. Twin flame contract remains. There's something that's changed with a portal that's trying to get the twin flames on track from this defensiveness, this of my blaming, not doing enough. What is your excuse of why you're not doing enough? You need to be progressing forward. In 5 years, will you still be in it? Because what you think is, yeah, next year I'll do it. But you've been saying that for ages. Think about 5 years ago. What you've been doing. You're not doing anything, right? You're not building. The Emperor here is about fighting for what you want and building stuff. But I feel also this portal that's open is now about, if you're on track and you're balanced and you're working on your alignment and your heart chakra, right? It sounds so cheesy. How many times you work on your heart chakra? I hate saying, but it came out, so they probably want me to say it. But it is about working on your heart chakra, your heart space. Because like I said, you flippantly react to, I don't want to pay for counselling. I don't want to book a tarot reading with you lot. I've done it with other people and it didn't get me nowhere. I'll just watch. It's for free. And it's like twin flame contract is about doing more than that. And you know it. Building empires with the Emperor. And I feel if you understand that with Temperance, the first card, instead of getting pissed off with situations, things not working out, your person, blaming others, right? It's never about everything that's happened. Even like I say, you might not know my daughter's situation. My daughter's not living with me. And even though my ex-husband done his best at court to make me look like a fucking idiot, right? And it worked, right? It worked. I still got married to that guy, right? And I knew, right? I pretty much the day after I got married, I knew it was a mistake. I knew. So what the hell was I doing having a kid with him as well? Do you see? So this is about taking responsibility, accountability for your actions. So I'm like, you know, I did know he would be a good dad. I know he wasn't going to harm my daughter or anything like that. If anything, he does spoil her. But at the same time, you know, when it came to the threat of me being in her life more, he got, you know, so I can see his perspective. At the same time, like I said, there's something about seeing two sides of the story with the look. So maybe seeing your person's perspective, because why am I talking about him? I don't like to talk about him, right? Two sides, right, of the coin. It doesn't make it right, but you understand the situation and then you can move forward to it, through it, right? And then you understand that, okay, like I said, I got my daughter's 16. I've got how many years left with her, right? How many years? Loads. This is about changing your perspective on how you see burdens and other people. You can't change other people as well. There might be people interference, 5 of Wands here, other people's interference with your person, that's a burden. And you could be arguing about that as well, right, in this reading. And it's like, you can't change that. The only thing you can do is change you. And like I said, I couldn't change the outcome at court. I couldn't change it. Even though, in my opinion, I left my daughter with him because I'm all about having the best things in life, and money creates that, right? David actually feels a bit different. He's like, you need to be at home with the kids all the time. That's his way of thinking about it. My mum, right? I know people who are at home all the time and their skin and I never had nothing, right? And I hated that I had nothing in my life. So I'm like, I don't want my children like that. So I went the opposite. So I was like, I said, you look after her when we separated, and I went to work and got all the money. So realistically, she's at her dad's because I had a different perspective of how I wanted her to live. I don't feel there's anything wrong with that, right? And that's what this is about. Changing something that turns out to be bad, but accepting it, moving forward. And still going for what you want. I don't know, that's what this reading is. Probably why I'm telling you my situation. And same with your person. This isn't about me turning up on her dad's door and saying, what are you doing? Because of the 5 of Wands here, it's other people's interference. I'm like, I'm just leaving it to her to when she's ready, she knows where I am, and I contact her, so she's got my number. That's it. You can't influence others, regardless of the burdens that they might be placing on this connection. You can't. All you can do is focus on you with the Temperance. Balance yourself out. And that's what I done. I didn't go and talk to her dad. I didn't go talk to her. I tried to talk to the courts. They were fucking idiots. I'm just sorry, but it is, right? They just looked at a book, didn't even see me. Well, the book says 85% of people, regardless of how you see it, the main caregiver is, that's it, right? That's how it goes. So it's like, I had to change. I had to temper myself. I had to go within. I had to work on myself to change that situation. That's this with your situation with your person. At the moment, you're just arguing. But like with the Empress facing the 5 of Wands, I feel there's a change because it's on top of the 6 of Cups, which is the contract. It's like your person's then going to start fighting for the twin flame against these people, which at the moment you might be thinking he is defending them. I don't think your person defends the third party or other people. I just think that they don't defend you. That's what that is, right? It's like, once again, my daughter's situation. I don't think her dad's over there saying how bad a mum I was. I don't think he's not over there saying you should be with your mum neither. That's what is kind of the situation with your person. They don't talk about you when they should be, right? But they're not slagging you off. They're not defending the third party, right? But they should be doing more. And that's what this is. And I feel that they are going to start fighting for it. And this argument will drop. But you've heard the first part of the reading. The first part of the reading is all about you first. You sorting out yourself. You tempering yourself. This is toxic patterns. Yeah, like I said, I got married and I knew day after I got married, I knew, or was it when I was going on my honeymoon, something like that. I was like, I don't want to go. I didn't want to go on my honeymoon. It was awful. It was awful, right? And I stayed there 9-10 years. Why I'm saying that is because it was a toxic pattern. I feel your person's just that third party, 5 of Wands is a toxic pattern, right? But this is about, it takes a while to come out of that. The same delays with the temperance is the first card. It's the same delay of you working on yourself, doing counseling, doing proper mission. It's the same delay, right? What is your excuse? You ask yourself why you're not doing it. It's the same bullshit of why they don't do it, right? There's not really an answer, right? You're just tied to this toxic pattern of doing nothing and just living your life and getting by. I feel some portals opening here now, which is making changes to the twin flame. Let's see what that's going to lead to, hopefully. The moon. 10 of Wands again. So that kind of, I feel it's a completion. The burden's going to be dropped. What is the, why the 2 10s? I feel it's like there's burdens on both your sides, and this is what you're not understanding. This is with the moon card to the 10 of Wands. It's like you're not seeing your burdens yourself. You're just like blaming your person with their burdens, their third party. But what is your interference? Because 10 of Wands is on your person's side, but what's yours? You're not seeing it clearly. And the 10 of Wands to the moon card is the emotions. You're not emotionally aligning with it. That's your burden. That's why you keep attracting as within, so without with the moon card, because you're not doing your shadow work. And that's the burden of you. Like I said, the same way, this isn't really a sales, but it is a sales, right? A sales. I wouldn't say it's a sales tactic. This is the fucking reading, but this is actually true. If you don't work on the burdens within yourself, you will attract burdens without. Hence why you always say my person is the 10 of Wands with all their burdens, right? But this with the moon card is the emotions, which is your darkness within. You're not focused on your darkness within, right? Hence counseling, right? That will then, like I said, with mine. And did you see how I said that for my daughter's situation for years, I started to feel claustrophobic. Never before she was here. I traveled and everything, right? I started to get panic attacks. Me, I'm hardcore. Panic attacks? What the fuck? Didn't do the docs, had counseling, and it's like, yeah, because you felt trapped. You can't see it, what the burdens are with the moon card. You can't see the burdens, hence counseling is what is needed here. Same with your person, but your person's different. It's like as if there's a portal's opening and your person's going to see it. I don't know. That's all I know from the 5D contract from the round table people. Well, them lot. All I know, factual, is that they kind of, I would say wake up, but it's not like they're asleep. Well, you're asleep as well, but it's like they get it like that. It's like an aha moment, and then they come towards you. And I feel that portal's opening for your person to make the changes. And as I'm always saying, they will come away from the third party. They will come away from these other people's interference. But if they're going to go towards, because it is their contract to do so with the 5 of Cups to the Emperor, they will come away. But it is down to is if you're going to, because the contract is for never for your person to be tied and stuck in the third party. It is never for that. So if you refuse to do the work, the inner work, to make your person emotionally come towards you, to come away from the third party, this portal's opening, which is just going to release the masculines from that third party, from this other interference, and they might be over there on their Jack Jones. So then you will realize what the arse, yeah, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I'll get back to that. Then you will realize, oh, it wasn't actually the third party after all, right? It was me, because you bring into your reality what you want. It's like I said, even the negative situations, you can make it to be better. I've given my example plenty of times here. 3 Pentacles in reverse is like I said, you're collaborating. I say like I say, but it's because I'm not in this video, but I say it all the time. You're collaborating with the wrong people, or not with anyone at all. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You're just doing it on your Jack Jones, doing it. So that's probably why I mentioned mission people. Because like I say to them, I don't say to them all the time, but I'm like, if you think I'm too hardcore, I'm like, you're welcome to leave. Mission is not a contract but we're all together as a team. That's what mission is. We're a team and we're here to help and build, support each other and support this planet. Doing it alone is an impossible endeavor. Fucking doing it is a team. Ask them like a mission how fucking hard it is. It's really hard. It's like you're doing stuff by yourself and no wonder why you're just moaning and arguing with everybody and having these burdens and stuff like that because you haven't got anyone to talk to or collaborate with about situations. There's no help here. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get an alien oracle. Long up. There it is. Mastery. I'm sorry the video might look dark. I try to record in the day, but today I was really busy, so it's a bit darker now. You are a master teacher, master of the esoteric teachings of tarot and alternative healing. Alternative. If you know it, then it's not alternative. Like I said, my counseling, I can 100% guarantee my counseling can, well, it's money back guarantee, can change it. Money back guarantee. You are a master teacher. Look, an alien light being, teaching other aliens and other children and stuff like that. And this is also to do with your children. I keep picking up about children. Like I said, you might say, I'm unhappy in my life. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. If you was, you wouldn't even be watching tarot. And you know you copy your parents' patterns. So your children's going to copy you and you're unhappy, depressed and sad. Because with that one teaching this one. It's about you teaching your children, and it's not literally teaching, it's about influencing them. You influence your children, 100%. That's what this is about, as well as the other stuff. Master the esoteric. The esoteric is the unknowns, right? You're doing knowns. My counselling with a money back guarantee is unknown. Image reading is unknown. People up collaborating in a team on YouTube is unknown. Esoteric is unknowns, right? Let's close it out with one of these. This is about going for your blitz. I keep getting this, so there's definitely an off or a separation. It's not like there's a portal open here. I really do want us to work out because I keep getting that card. Please, can we start over? Now, I'm not sure because I kind of fell out. Was it in reverse? I'm not sure. So it depends, like I said, how you see it to be. Do you want to start over with your person? Yes or no? And that's the question, right? And if you do, what are you doing about it? It doesn't matter what they want, right? What are you doing to go and get it? Because it's like, well, if my person doesn't want it, then I'm not going to go for it. So say if I wanted to be an astronaut, does the planets, literally the spaceship, I say, have to come knock on my door and say, yeah, you can be an astronaut? Or the astronaut people, NASA, have to knock on my door and say it. You go for things in life. What you do is wait for your person to give you the nod or something, and then you go for it. But life isn't like that. Life is about going for, like I said, your bliss, which is the 6 of Cups. Regardless of what they think or what they're doing. And part of the contract is not just go get your person. In that process is mission, 6 of Cups, which is your past life contract. Like I said, please can we start over? I know it's in the reverse. It's like you want it with the 2 or with the Temperance, but you're being two-faced. Like, fuck off, I don't. Right? I see when I do check comments, so many people, what are you talking about my ex for? Don't want to be my ex. Well, that person I'm dumped. If it triggers you and you're fucking writing about a comment about it, or you're watching tarot, right? Which tarot is past, present, future, now, right? Then it's going to mention something. It shouldn't trigger you. Me, I know I trigger most of you. And that's the intention. Because it shouldn't trigger you, should it? Right? Even when people cuss out twin flames, it pisses me off, but I know they're right, because twin flames, all they do is talk about their person. We're twin flames, we're together, and we got a special connection. I want to be twin flame to know it's proud that we're here changing planet Earth. Not just it's all about we're a divine chosen person with a special connection. That's what is, so that triggers me, but it's still, this is about seeing beyond the trigger with the Temperance card here. So like I said, please can we start over? I don't know if it's in the reverse or not, but that depends on you. Do you want to start over of how you do this? This is what this is. And mold your reality to make it better, regardless of whatever your blocks are. Because 10 of Wands is here twice. You have inner blocks. You know you're the 5D inner world, right? And you know they're the 3D, kind of put it that, the outer world. So why aren't you working on your inner world? I love you, I just don't say it. This is about emotions with the moon cards. What's that about? Yeah, with the Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords is something about words, too logical. You think your person's too logical, but you just want to hear the words. There's something like that. They're not, this portal opening is to do part of them expressing. But it depends on, like I said, if you're going to be doing, it's a new start. It's a start over or starting this correctly. I feel, I'll just say how it is. This year is supposed to be twin flames, right? Sorting out all this shit, these burdens. So next year it will be, right, twin flames together. Next year is victory. Twin flames supposed to be together. This is sorting out the shit. 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords this year, right? So that's what it's supposed to be. But you're not doing any inner work. So this is once again a portal opening to restart, so you can start from now till next year to then try to get back, get on some kind of good level ground, on track, some balance to still have a chance to be with your person. That's what I feel this year definitely is about. All right, that's it. Check out the description box. There's tons of stuff. Go to the Facebook. We got email support. We got everything. Speak to you later.